Welcome back, Gwent fans. King Blacktooth here. So this video is dedicated to Kambi and Hemdall. So hopefully I pronounced those right, because if I didn't, you're going to hate the rest of the video. And I'm going to be talking about them a lot, because it's dedicated to them. So this video is very speculatory. We've seen pictures of these cards, but they're quite old pictures, and like one of them was promotional image, so I think the numbers and the stuff would change, so they won't stay at the same digits strength that they were. But we kind of know what they're gonna do, and all sources seem to point to Kambi being a prize winning cow style card where you place it onto the board and then at the end of the round it spawns Kambi, which is not Kambi, Hemdall, which is exactly how it worked in The Witcher 3 Gwent as well. So why am I making a video of this if that's all it does? Because that is, you know, not really noteworthy. Although I did make a video about the prize winning cow. But the reason is because on Facebook, the Gwent PL, which is like Polish Gwent, they posted some artwork of Hemdall and a little description to go with it. And the description is very, very interesting and started making me have some really interesting ideas about the card. And the description is this: it's not easy to call Hemdall. When it comes to the field, it destroys all non-hero units. Okay, so yeah, just take that in. That sounds really, really powerful. It's not, but it is actually useful. So obviously destroys all non-hero unit cards when Hemdall comes onto the field. Now, okay, so I'm going to explain why it's not massively overpowered, but why it is actually very useful and actually pretty good. It still is pretty good, and the strategy involved around it and what it actually can do then. So let's just go over what we think Kambi will do, and it's going to act like a prize winning cow. You place it on the board, and at the end of the round it will spawn Hemdall for the next round. Now, the prize winning cow and other things like the greater golem that work this kind of way can be decoyed to get that thing spawned early. So you could place a cow down and then decoy it and get the 10 strength fiend down on the board on that round, and then place the cow down again and decoy it again and place the cow down, and then, you know, you get the point. So that is actually really, really powerful. Now the most important thing to note is that Kambi, according to this image, is a hero card, so you will not be able to decoy it. So that automatically already negates the whole idea that you'll be able to place Kambi down, decoy it, and destroy all other non-hero unit cards on the board because Hemdall comes into play. So that'll negate that, so that's not a worry. So you can only get Hemdall between round transitions. So the question about that is what use is it then? Destroying all non-hero unit cards at the end of the round when they're all getting removed anyway, what's the point? And let me tell you, I'm going to go over a couple of things where this is actually going to be useful, and they are quite interesting. First off, let me just reiterate that Kambi is going to take one of your hero slots in your deck, which you only have 4 of, so they're quite valuable. And for that reason, it should be a better card than the prize winning cow, which only takes a character slot. And that brings me on to the first point. Kambi and Hemdall will trump any other Death Wish card. Okay? For example, if the opponent plays a cow, then he's going to get a 10 strength fiend at the end of the round. Okay? Now that fiend, 10 strength fiend, is a non-hero card. It's not a hero, it's a normal card. And so if he places that down, you place Hemdall down. At the end of the round, he will get the 10 strength fiend and you will get Hemdall. Hemdall will remove all non-hero unit cards, which happens to be that fiend. So that fiend will get removed from play before it even got a chance to actually do anything. So in effect, by placing that Hemdall down, you have negated the cow's effect. And this goes for many other types of cards as well. You've got the greater J golems, you've got the J golem, the normal golems. These are the ones that spawn the lesser golems. You've got Morkvarg, you know, many other Death Wish type cards, providing they don't spawn a hero, because then it doesn't remove them. But I haven't seen many that do. It just negates them all, which is really, really powerful. Now, you may be thinking that's a bit too powerful. However, there is a bit of strategy involved, because if the opponent plays a 10 strength cow and you say, right, got you by the balls, son, I'm placing my Kambi down. Now the opponent can say, okay, that will negate my cow, so I'm going to decoy that cow up. I will get a 10 strength fiend on the board now, and I'll play the cow next turn. You cannot remove Kambi from the board. Once Kambi is played, that's it. It's a hero card. There's no other way to play him. It'll go into your graveyard next turn. That's the end of it. So he can decoy the cow up, use it turn 2, so he gets the fiend turn 3, and he gets the fiend on turn 1 for decoying it. So you can't just use Kambi. You have to bait it, you have to kind of make sure he's got no decoys left, you have to wait till he's passed, something like that. Okay, so there is strategy involved in using this combo, which is really, really good. I like strategy. Strategy is always good. The second thing that Kambi Hemdall combo works against is when you find any form of monster deck. When you're fighting the monster deck, they have the monster deck ability to keep one non-hero unit card on the board between rounds. So obviously, the round that you play Kambi, whatever stays on the board is going to get instantly wiped. Because, you know, obviously you want it to be a 7 strength crone that they keep on the board. But whatever gets chosen will get wiped from the board that particular round. So if you place Kambi on turn 1, then on turn 2, no matter what card the monster deck ability keeps, will get wiped. So you don't have to worry about that, which is really good. And finally, and this is the big one, it beats resilient abilities. So the resilient ability is a card with resilient will stay on the board between rounds. So the first card that comes into mind is one that everyone's kind of fearing a little bit, is the Mahakaman Guard strategy, where you place Mahakaman Guard on turn 1, and then it'll stay on the board for turn 2, and it'll stay on the board for turn 3. So you can't really get rid of it. Now, you can Scorch them, and you can Epidemic them, and I always say, and I'm standing by this, that when they go into the graveyard, they don't come out, they're not a Death Wish. It's that if they're on the board, they stay on the board between rounds. Okay, so if the opponent plays like 2 or 3 Mahakaman Guards on turn 1, you will place Kambi down, and then when the round ends and Hemdall comes onto the board, he will wipe all of those Mahakaman Guards off the board and destroy them and put them into the graveyard, which is really, really sweet. Now, the only thing that is the exception to that so far is that Zoltan the Brawler, he has the resilient ability, but he's a hero card, so there's no way you can get rid of him, and obviously Hemdall only removes non-hero units. If this is to be believed, which I really hope it is, because this is working out really good, don't you think? It beats Death Wish, it beats Resilience, and it beats Monster Deck ability, which is really, really good. So those are the aspects of which Kambi / Hemdall are good against. Now, the strength of the cards, I think, are going to be changed. For now, we think Kambi is 3 strength and Hemdall is 15, but that sounds a little too strong to me, because there's a couple of 15 strength cards which don't have all this ability and are just, you know, like, so Eredin, leader card, is just 15 strength, that's it. You've got Geralt Swordmaster, 15 strength, that's it. You've got Vernon Roche, 15 strength, that's it. So I think having Hemdall being able to scorch everything between rounds, being 15 strength, and Kambi being 3 strength is all a bit too much. Now, if, for example, we did a bit of theory and brought Kambi down to, say, 0 strength, like the cow, like it was in The Witcher 3, I think it was. It might have been 1 strength. And we bring, what, Hemdall down to about 10, then it starts to become an issue of, is it actually worth it? Because 10 strength hero card, right, to wipe everything between rounds. There's a couple of other 10 strength hero cards which could do more than that. So you have to be very careful on how the numbers are going to change. But I think, you know, having about 2 or 3 strength on the Kambi, and then maybe I'm thinking about 12 on Hemdall might be quite good. I do like that idea, but I do like the idea of the card, the strategy behind it. It's not going to work against all decks. Obviously, if they're not monster, it won't work against their ability. If they don't have many Death Wish cards or Resilient cards, then it's not going to work there, and its effect would be kind of wasted. So it is a card which is decent, but it does take a hero slot. I don't know, I really like it. Let me know what you think, guys. That is all I'm going to say on the subject. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.